go. Please join us for the Hoot Nanny and give Shula a lot of money. Thanks.
And I wear skinny jeans. Nice. When the trend started, guys would buy girl jeans because no one made tight jeans yet. Me and all my pretentious pop punk rock friends would make fun of guys that wore them. But I secretly wanted to wear them too, and now I do. Why? I'm not sure. I like the way they look, I guess. And I like looking different. And if someone says I look like a fag, I like to tell them, so what if I do, you homophobic, hate-mongering square? I look cool. Real Big Fish said, it's not so bad being trendy, everyone that looks like me is my friend. I have a lip ring and thick rim emo glasses, band t-shirts, striped hoodies, and it would look really silly if I didn't wear these skinny-ass jeans, which make my butt look good. Call me conceited, but I know they make my butt look good. Everyone knows you can't be an anti-conformist, tortured artist, writer type unless you hang out in coffee shops, listen to lyrically depressing music, while you read obscure books that no one's ever heard of, and constantly take pictures of yourself in the mirror with your head tilted and post every one of them on Facebook. While you eat sushi and then decide that that's too mainstream, so you eat Indian food, that becomes too mainstream, Thai, Vietnamese, and so on and so forth, until you realize that you are mainstream. And every trend that's set makes you forget who you are. I know who I am. I am a content and consuming child sucking on a tit while I meditate and try to forget about the war, the 9/11 truth groups. I'm just a fair-weather coffee shop anarchist while I insist that I know what's best for me. Chain smoking my cigarettes until I'm out of breath. I'm post-punk going to folk shows taking enough meds to make you shit the bed. And even though I say these things in a poem, I do it to keep up an appearance of being an anti-conformist, tortured artist writer type. So I wear skinny jeans, but I wear them for me. Not just because I'm obsessed with how I'm perceived. I am me, and I try to be kind, and I try to find time to breathe. I know how to be a friend. I know how to love and be loved. I try to be the best I can be, and I do it while I wear my skinny jeans. Yeah. I'm speaking so much. I haven't performed in like a year, and it's been like, I don't know why it's been so long, but I'm so happy to be here. I just recently put out like a self-published literary zine. It's got like different artwork and poems and short stories and stuff. I have them with me. They're free. If you want one, come find me. If you're interested in contributing, if your art in any way can be translated to like an 8.5 piece paper, black and white, you know, I'd love to print it. This is gonna be my last one. Oh man, I'm shaking. Poetry is a lot like masturbation. It makes you feel good for one blissful, brief moment, but its euphoric rush wears off almost instantaneously. When I'm done, I'm all alone, shaking, sweating, curled in a ball. This so-called art is isolating. I stare at words that twist across a stable, college-ruled page, but then rip itself out of its binder and crumples itself into a ball that finds its way into the wicker wastebasket in the corner. The same way your jism-ridden sock falls into a hamper and breaks off and crusts over time. I wish I was just well-adjusted and could see the world for what it is, but my perception is distorted, like the scrambled porn you would watch on an unpaid pay-per-view channel, excited like only a teenager can be to see what he thinks might be a boob on the screen, hoping desperately his parents don't walk in and catch him with his dick in his hand. Yes, indeed, being a poet is not convenient. We try so hard to share ideas, create art, and entertain, but our performance falls on deaf ears. It's unappreciated. We die poor and penniless, destitute and ruined. Our lives broken in the wasted potential of our generation. We all masturbate to no love, to no avail. We find no companionship, only hookups that manifest in college bars. The alcohol pours out of our pores and onto the bedroom floors with our discarded clothes. We create selfish intercourse. Intercourse masked as sex and love, but we find to be only masturbation in the end. So I create this art, and I get in front of the crowd, and I scream and I yell like a boy who wants candy in a grocery store checkout lane. But no matter what I say, no one wants to listen or read or be bothered. They want to watch football on TV. They say, fuck poetry. Fuck the poets who stay up all night and write. Their art offers nothing to society. Their books aren't worth the paper they're printed on. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to keep eating my metaphorical meat until the day I die because I will never be satisfied. Not until every politician looks in the mirror and cries, not as long as homophobia keeps leading to suicides, not while we sit and let Middle Eastern babies die. I'm going to scream so loud the world can hear. My lust for life keeps me alive. Can you feel what I feel? Can you hear what I'm saying? Or is the whole world just busy masturbating?
Being a poet is inconvenience. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome next to the stage. You can find him every Saturday night at the Limerick House for Underground Asylum. Please welcome John Savoy!
What's going on, everybody? How you feeling, huh? Back outside, it's nice, right? How about that Mike Milazzo? I'll cheer for him one more time. So that come up, was that like friendly? But, I've been working on that. It's not, it hasn't been going too well. I was walking. This guy came up to me. He's like, "Excuse me, you know how to get to Mulberry Street from here?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's about 6 blocks that way." He's like, 6 blocks! All right, tell you what. You seem like a nice guy. For you, 5 blocks. How's that? All right, you're gonna throw a number at me. You tell me how many blocks is it gonna take to get you as far the fuck away from me as possible. So I don't know what your problem is. I hope it's malignant and hereditary. Everything you are has to end. Yeah, listen, man. I don't like when you get a lot of rain like this because there's so much shit on the ground outside that just has its own story. I was walking up 2nd Avenue. I saw an empty wrapper for a Rite Aid brand home pregnancy test. Empty. It's middle of the sidewalk. You know, one of those mornings. You gotta hustle in this city, right? Something as trivial as pregnancy costs your seat on the bus, right? Be a great commercial for Rite Aid. They had commercials for Rite Aid brand. Just because you're late doesn't mean you should be late for work. When you have to be slightly less unsure. Just say, probably not the most accurate diagnostic on the shelf. You know, you might as well piss on a magic 8-ball and ask it. Did he pull out in time? Ask again later. You know, I think it's something important, you know, something you splurge, you go top shelf, you know. Like the only reason I could see for somebody buying the store brand home pregnancy test is because they get to use the employee discount. It's an interesting theory. It's, you know, it's a question that, you know, how many people who started out in this world as a little pink dot on a store brand pregnancy test end up working at that store? It's just those little things that just the city throws at you, just like make you question how much is left of you as a human being. What's happened? I was on the train. It's late night. I was waiting for a train. It's just me and this woman, like way down the platform. And I'm watching. She's just like staring, just like this dead stare at the tracks. And I'm watching. She's like kind of inching just closer and closer. Like, and I'm just thinking, like, as soon as that, like, this is gonna happen. As soon as that train comes, like, she's gonna jump, you know. And like, I think, like, what kind of person am I? Like, what would I do if this woman just jumped in front of a train, like right in front of me? You know, take a bus. Walk. It's inconsiderate. It's just this selfishness in the city. Like, you know, of all the ways you could die accidentally in this city. Like, she's gonna fuck up the commute of a perfect stranger. Luckily it was a G train, so she had all the time in the world. Oh, I did well. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe my life could have gone different. Maybe I could have made better choices. Maybe if I finished reading The Little Engine That Could. ADD kicked in around the middle of the first page. I got as far as chug, 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 puff, puff, puff. Sold! It's all downhill from here. Now, why am I the only one who says that phrase with any sense of enthusiasm? What's so fucking great about uphill? Uphill's hard, it sucks. And eventually it's all downhill. It's, yay, good. If you're going uphill and you stumble, you fall backwards. You're going downhill, you trip up, fucking you're further downhill. Speaking of now, oh man, I'm just fucking. They tried to run ADD diagnosis at me when I was younger, and here's the thing: I don't have ADD. I'm just impatient. Like, you know, I just like really fucking. I'm honestly surprised I made it through like 9 months in the womb without going fucking crazy, bouncing off the walls, just like smoking cigarettes. Mother goes to the doctor. Oh, was it a miscarriage? No, suicide. There's a little noose out of his umbilical cord there. Apparently wasn't the first. Somebody carved Brooks was here. I'll drive that a little further. Why not? Right. Yeah, I had when I was in 3rd grade. They said I had ADD, but in like 2nd grade, I had a short attention span because like short attention span is not just a thing. It's not a disease. They can't medicate a thing. And like I said, everything now is just like OCD, ADD, like bipolar, borderline. Anybody remember when people had moods? Some of you might be too young, but back in the early 90s, before they were outlawed in a joint venture between Pfizer and Disney. Like, feel a certain way, and like later on, you feel different. It was great. Like now, everyone's got to be doped up to the point where everybody has the fucking personality of a baked potato. Like, you know them, you work with them. They're the people who buy cakes for office parties. You're some one of those people. Just don't trust them, man. You know, like everybody's fucking damaged. You know, like you get better at dealing with it. Like, watch this. You see that? I just had a panic attack. No idea, right? Just get used to it, you know. I'm fucking paranoid. I'm aware of the fact that I'm paranoid, so I'm probably not dangerous. I guess that's a bad name, right? Scared everyone. Good. You know, I used to be more paranoid now. I knew that was coming.
My favorite part was the details, how he wipes his hand off from the pit steps on the That was beautiful. I had to say. Ladies and gentlemen, on deck is Killer Kelly. On double deck is Becca. Right now, though, please welcome to the stage, Todd Jackson!
Sorry, it's been a while. Alright, so this one was written in 2003 after Shock and Awe began. Didn't think in 8 years that it would still have some relevance, unfortunately, but here we go. Backpack surprise attack with one desire. Burn rule down, all spellbound to the end of the fire. Decrypt the neo script that's in hard to dive and fall. Fiction, spinal comedy, sun and snow, no more walls. Lost in the night to fear and damage your war. Quiet desperation turns to death, blood and roar. Standing now, sobriety comes crashing through the floor. Here comes the step-down, the night that's in voice no more. the tide of forged waves of grain. Sing the praise of countless days, stack begins to drain. Missing now the poor of the town, rising to meet their ride. Unguided house divided stands to rectify. Lost in the night to fear and amateur war. It's quiet desperation turns to death but a roar. Standing now sobriety comes crashing through the floor. Here comes the stardom, non-violent civil war, civil war. Non-violent civil war, civil war. And it means justify the means, false colors put to tape. Rabble pride crucified, forced to bound and straight. The golden kids are smashed offshore, dry drunken value. The wall is torn from reborn, buried deep in blue. Lost in the night of fear and amateur war. It's quiet desperation turns to death but a roar. Standing now sobriety comes crashing through the floor. Here comes the stardom, non-violent civil war, civil war. Non-violent civil war, civil war. Since it's Mike's birthday today, I just thought I'd put in a plug for his Indiegogo site. And the last time I did this was 20 years ago when Mike was by my side.
Oh, you were very close.
We were very close, yes. We weren't really playing, but yeah, if you want to give Mike a nice birthday present, is go to his Indiegogo site and put some money up for his album. And that way you can say you're part of it, you know. Okay? Excellent. Okay.
I'm so glad finally, he's been coming for so long and finally he made it on stage. Thank you, Todd. Alright guys, on deck is Becca, but right now she's the queen of alter ego. If you don't know what that is, you're missing out. Please welcome to the stage, Killer Kelly
I'm going to use my loop machine too, I think. I hope. Mike's going to help me set that. Okay, or Blair is. I don't know, whatever. Some guy's going to come out from the back and help me set up my loop machine. Inconspicuously. Microphone goes all the way to the others. Yep, yeah. Alright. Good job, guys. Thank you very much. Good night.
Bitch, find your own way. I'm not your fucking GPS. Bitch, find your own way. You drive me crazy. Don't stop and ask for some direction, babe. I'm not a rental, makes me mental, sentimental, detrimental when you ride that way, drive that
Okay. This is for Shula. It's a request.
Summertime and the living is deep. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, baby, don't you cry. Me and my girl had this relationship. I love her so bad, but she treats me like shit. I locked down like a penitentiary. She spent the love it all over when she comes home with her left for me. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Be my husband and I'll be your wife. Be my husband and I'll be your wife. Be my husband and I'll be your wife. Outside you there is no place to go. Ooh,
Check her out at Alter Ego and many other shows. That was Killer Kelly Dwyer. Ladies and gentlemen, on deck is Jefferson, but right now, please welcome the lovely Becca.
I'm kind of short. Hi. So as usual, I haven't prepared anything. But last week I did a Q&A and it went really well. And it just sort of was the magic in the room. So I think I'm going to try it again.
Yeah.
But I think what we'll talk about tonight is anticipation. It's the theme. So if anybody has any questions that you'd like me to answer about myself and my anticipation, or what you think I can tell you about your anticipation. Apparently I give good advice. I don't know how this happens, but I hear that I have a lot of answers. So, Penny, yes.
What was the last advice you gave?
Well, let's see. There are a couple of comedians that I know, and I told them they should get into writing because, no offense, but it's really tough to make it just plain basements. No offense to this basement, I love this basement. But you know, if you want to make money doing what you love, if you're a comedian, usually it's a good idea to get into writing and starting out that way. Because once you're a famous writer for SNL, you can do shows anywhere. That was my last good advice, I think. Probably. Anybody else?
What was the last, like, really bad, like, it ended up being devastating advice you gave somebody? Like something that really fucked them up big time.
Let me think about that for a second. I'm gonna be honest, I might not have ever given really shitty advice. Not that I haven't done terrible things, but I think usually if there's something going on that's out of my depth, I won't give advice about it. I think I'll usually say, that's something I don't know how to deal with, so good luck.
This is Peter.
Peter, yes.
Is that a new dress? It looks lovely on
Oh, thank you. It's quite an old dress, actually, but not like, oh, this old thing. It's well, I once starred in a short film called Becca Steals a Puppy.
Yeah!
I played it here, some of you have seen it. This is the dress that I bought for that film. It's a film where it's a very short, like 4-minute black and white 60mm film where I'm a creepy, lonely girl who has no friends, and I go out into the world to find some friends, and I see a puppy. I'm like, oh, it's so cute, I'll take it. And I take a puppy, and we're good friends, and then it pees all over me, and I'm like, oh, I got my friend, and I put it back where I found it. That's the entirety of the film, so so if you don't want to see it, don't bother, I guess.
What was the puppy's name?
In the movie, it had no name, but
What
it
was
was Yomi.
Yomi?
Y-O-M-I. The guy who owns the puppy is a good friend of mine. He's an anime freak. So apparently the puppy was named after some anime character. I'm not sure who. The other puppy, which is not in the film, but it's like the brother to the puppy, his name is Bernard. They're both very tiny, white, fluffy dogs. Yes.
What are you anticipating the most these days?
Oh, this is actually huge news for me that I haven't told many people yet. One of my several jobs right now apparently has so much faith in me that they want to send me to Istanbul for a weekend. And they want me to talk to, like, the media head of this denim company and tell them how to improve their social media presence or something. I don't know. I'm not qualified to do this, but apparently it's a great idea, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, awesome.
Are you going to do it?
I sure hope so. The preliminary thing was to send them this analysis of this thing, and so I sent the analysis today. I'm waiting to hear back, and apparently if that goes well, they're going to send me to Istanbul.
Right.
Spain.
Isn't Istanbul Constantinople?
Istanbul was Constantinople, so if you have a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. That's what I know about that. Anybody else? Yeah.
Why did Constantinople get the works?
That's nobody's business but the Turks. Come on.
What do you anticipate is the results of this Q&A?
That's a good question. I think I'll learn more about myself, and I think you guys will learn about me. When I first started doing Q&As, it was to help my writing, and I haven't written anything in a long time. So I think one of these days when I have the time between my 3 jobs, I'll figure out something and write it down and perform it here. I have a question back here. I thought I said something.
I want to ask about your tattoo, but I know probably people ask you about your tattoo.
They do. I'll explain it. Those back there can see my tattoo.
Move your tie.
It says, it's history, it's poetry. It's from The Catcher in the Rye, which is not a favorite book of mine at all. But it's a good book, it's decent. I say that, I preface it that way because people always see that, and when I say it's from that book, they're like, oh my god, I love J.D. Salinger, you must be so sad that he died, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, he'll die, it's fine. It's a good book, it's fine. It's a good book for its time, it's great, whatever, coming of age, blah, blah, blah. The quote itself is more about literature and learning about people through literature. And I was a big reader. So what the context of the quote is that reading is really good. It's good for you. It's good for you to see that other people have suffered the way you have suffered, that people understand the pain you're going through, and that it's not education because you're reading school. It's history. It's poetry. It's something that you can relate to as a human being on that human level. So that's why I like it, because I used to hate school except for the reading part.
What is a favorite book of yours?
There are many. Okay, this is going to be not really the real answer you're looking for, but the thing that jumped into my head was when I was very young, there was this kid's book, like a stupid kid's book, not famous, not that good, but it was called The Kid Who Ran for President. And I don't want to be president, but I used to...
Ladies and gentlemen, I love the Q&A. If you haven't tried it, it's you don't know what's going to happen. It's a lot of fun. I think it's definitely part of my favorite things. So Q&A. How's everyone doing? And on deck is I just read it. Somebody amazing. But right now, please welcome to the stage, Jefferson.
During my senior year in high school, my dad, who's a car dealer, gave me the keys to a bright, shiny, brand new 1982 Chevette, bright blue. And this was my car, and it got me to school, and it got me to my job. I had a job working in a movie theater, where among my other duties, I ushered the midnight shows as riffraff. It was a good gig. I got out of high school and got an apartment with my job, which was minimum wage. In Birmingham, Alabama in 1982, I got on the south side of Birmingham, a lovely area, a one-bedroom apartment for $150. And I settled in, and life was pretty good for me. I had no immediate plans to go to college. I was going to work in a movie theater, drive my Chevette, and live in my apartment. One friend of mine from high school began hanging out at my apartment all the time. She was the younger sister of one of my classmates. And she and I we found ourselves in this like mental meld. We just got along famously. She was the youngest of 3 girls, and I was the oldest of 4 boys. And somehow we fell into this older brother, younger sister thing. And we just spent hours and hours talking and just opened up to each other. And it was a wonderful relationship because she was too young to be my girlfriend. She was 15 and I was 18. But we spent all of our time together, and we would sit and talk, and sometimes we'd sit in the bathtub and talk, and drink wine, and splash each other with water, and run around my apartment naked, and just frolic as you do when you're in high school. And I began to, I would let her sort of break the rules sometimes around my place. Having wine when you're 15, for example. My dad, when he gave me the keys to the car, had given me three basic rules. Don't ever drive drunk. Don't smoke in the car. Don't let anybody else drive this car. Well, I learned to drive drunk relatively early. I was pretty good at it. I didn't smoke, so that wasn't really an issue for me. And there was no way I was going to let anybody else drive this car. One Sunday afternoon, as Nicole and I got out of the bathtub and toweled off, I told her I needed to go to my parents' house to do my laundry. And she said she wanted to come along, so then my folks knew her, and that was cool. So we went out to my parents' house, did the laundry, hung out with my folks, had dinner, and then came back to my place. I was going to drop her off at her place on the way to mine. And she asked if she could drive my car. And I said, oh, that's really not cool. I can't let you drive my car, I'm really sorry. She said, please. And I said, sure. You can drive my car. You unlicensed, 15-year-old, inexperienced driver are welcome to drive my 1982 Chevette. So she got behind the car, and I helped her to crank it up. She didn't quite know how. And she was speeding down the interstate back to my place when she lit up a cigarette. She's driving, and she's feeling like quite a badass now. Look at me driving a car. Look at me. And we drive through the interstate. I'm thinking this is a bad idea. And we go to the city streets. And up, Birmingham has a mountain, Red Mountain, which is very, very steep. And so she guns it on my Chevette to go up the steep hill up to her apartment building where she lives with her mom. And pulls into a parking space, angled like this. She pulled down into the parking space. And she didn't feel like she quite nailed the parking space when she put it into park. And I said, no, that was really good, that's fine. I can straighten it out. And she said, no, I want to get this right. So she did what you need to do to back a Chevette up a hill at that angle. She threw it into reverse and floored it. Unfortunately, she had thrown it into drive. We went through a gate, over a hallway for a submerged apartment building, into a brick wall, through that brick wall, and into someone's apartment. And she's laughing hysterically. I guess it's a nervous reaction. And I say, we gotta get out of this car, cars explode, cars explode, cars explode. So we get out, and we fall into that hallway, that submerged apartment building. And we gather our wits, and we get away from the car as fast as we can. And we go to her apartment, and I call my folks, and I say, Dad, there's been an accident, we're all fine, but the car's kind of totaled. So my folks had to come out from their place. On the way, before they left, they called the police to come out for insurance purposes, and the police called the landlord to help us get into the building. So we go into the apartment building, which is vacant, and there's a turntable with Saturday Night Fever spinning, and a big old TV, and my Chevette over the entertainment console, with the headlights still blazing, burning into the walls of that apartment. I got in trouble. But I got to keep the car because I had a job. I had to pay for some of the repairs. The Chevette survived. The Chevette survived. Insurance paid for the brick wall, I guess. I had nothing further to do with that. The people who lived in that apartment were gone for like the next 6 months. I don't know where they were. When they came back, there was nothing for them to see except a little dust on Saturday Night Fever. And I've stayed friends with Michelle all these years. No, with Nicole all these years. And the car continued to run. We called it the Chevette of Death because it was indestructible. And I wish I could say I learned a really good lesson from that. I learned not to let anyone else drive my Chevette, but that car was not the last thing I wrecked in the name of love. I promote myself a couple of times. On October the 10th, I'm going to begin a monthly series at Union Hall of people telling sex stories. All right. It's going to be right good. I'll let you know about it as it comes together.
Yeah. Keep going to Jefferson. Ladies and gentlemen, on deck is Do You Love Me? On double deck is Peter DeGilio, but right now, please welcome the illustrious Gregory Levine.
Yeah.
Woo!
Why is it that whores always seem to make the best coffee? Willkommen und guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. I'm Gregor of Berlin, and I've come to share my creative genius with you. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen tonight. That was your cue to go, oh, we're so disappointed. How can we go on living? The reason I cannot share my creative genius with you tonight is because my career is still held in the clammy grip of the theatrical booking agent Herr Rosenthal. The Philistine, imbecile theatrical booking agent Herr Rosenthal feels you are too stupid to appreciate my existential genius. He will not place me on a stage unless I swear to be entertaining, to dance about like a circus chimp. So to placate the theatrical booking agent Herr Rosenthal, to accommodate this son of a whore and a jackal, why don't I tell one of those entertaining little jokes in which 3 men walk into a bar. 3 men walk into a bar. They are a Russian proletarian given to violent tendencies, the Austrian psychiatrist assigned to his case, and a brilliant Berlin poet condemned to live as an entertainer. The Polish bartender can barely countenance the 3 of them. And what can I bring you 3 butchers of my people? 3 defilers of our traditions, rapists of our culture? In a fit of black despair, the Berlin poet suggests they all drink themselves to death. And they wholeheartedly agree. There's a hilarious, ironic twist coming up. 3 days later, they are all dead. Except for the Berlin poet, who awakens in an asylum for the criminally insane, screaming that he is covered with spiders and rats everywhere. You see, although his stature was smaller, his capacity to metabolize liquor was far greater, making his task of calculating his own blood alcohol toxicity very tricky. When you think about it, isn't that kind of a Hollywood ending? The crazy twist, everyone's happy. Well, one more witticism should pay off tonight's portion of my indentured servitude to the theatrical booking agent Herr Rosenthal. Why don't I stoop even below your level to his and tell, I don't know, a knock-knock joke? Yeah. You're familiar with the mechanism of a knock-knock joke? Physics. Splendid. I can almost go another evening without killing myself with a schnapps bottle. Knock knock. Who's there? A rotting corpse. A rotting corpse too. That is what fascinates me about Americans. You were told that behind a portal lies a putrefacting cadaver, and you do not turn away in shame and horror. You're full of curiosity. Ambulance. Candle spirit. Who can it be? Perhaps it is a cinema star, a sport athlete. Quick, check his pockets. There's a bit of marzipan. Knock knock. Who's there? A rotting corpse in a beautiful evening gown. A rotting corpse in a beautiful evening gown. Who? You don't recognize it from the first one? It's the same corpse. I dressed it up a bit to make it feel special. But what a message this sends us about the transmogrification of image in the eye of the beholder. Fascinating. And now, because comedy dictates the rule of 3s, and I know in your hearts how you long for a dictator. Knock, knock. Who's there? A rat-eaten, rotting corpse in a blue suit. A rat-eaten, rotting corpse in a blue suit who? A rat-eaten, rotting corpse in a blue suit was found in a storm drain this morning. Police note he bears an uncanny resemblance to the theatrical booking agent Heroes. Now that, my friends, would be a Hollywood ending. You've been wonderful. I'm Gregor of Berlin. Dankeschön.
Always a pleasure, Gregor of Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen. Grace with his presence tonight. We are just a few more people before our special guest takes the stage. Our first raffle prize. You guys got those raffle tickets? We're giving away free drinks! And then our amazing Rocky Horror Hoot Nanny. I couldn't be more delighted about. So that's coming up very soon. On deck is Peter DiGiulio. On double deck is Michael Birch. Right now, though, please welcome Do You Love Me?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So it's my turn to show you some art, and I'm going to show off to you and show you a little bit of art. But I thought, you know, art is supposed to be about something real, okay? So I'm thinking back in my country, you know, when somebody says, the reason I call this that you love me, okay? Back in my country, if somebody says, I love you, okay? That's not an easy thing. You don't just say that, right? You don't say like, I love weed, you know, oh, I love to smoke weed, I love getting high, I love cookies. You know? There you say, you love something that's not a person, they look at you like, what? So, okay, but in America, when you say, I love you, you know, you say, well, hi, honey, how are you? Oh, I'm okay, give me a little kiss. I love you. You're actually, who knows, you might want to say, if I could do it, get away with it, I would kill you. Okay, but now I'm going to give you a little excerpt of the play I'm working on. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I decided to call it A Smile is a Confrontation. Hello? Hello?
What?
Hello?
Nice tie.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nice tie.
Fuck you!
Was that supposed to be a 4-star hotel? There was an 80-year-old hooker in the lobby.
That's a plus. She can take her teeth out and she can bitch slap you with 2-foot-long titties.
Whoa. Apparently, times are so hard, a lot of people are opting to work their retirement.
Everyone, laugh with me. And when I tell you stop, you stop.
I had a date like that just the other night. We ended the same exact way. Weird, Blair. Where are you getting here? That was amazing. We're around the applause. So we have just, I think, 2 more people before our special guest takes the stage tonight. On deck is Michael Birch. But right now, please welcome the man with the skinny,
Yes, you know it's a fun night when Penny starts doing "I had a date like that" jokes. Penny Pollock, ladies and gentlemen, please. All right, it is time once again for me to give an interview to a complete stranger in the audience. So, do I have any volunteers? Volunteer! You're not a stranger. You've gotten me drunk. That doesn't count.
Yeah, there's one back there, man.
Peter, 3rd row.
There's one over there. She's
It's not
Come on up.
necessarily my choice.
Oh, Kenny, could you do me a favor and let me know when we've got about 90 seconds left?
Yes.
Could you do me that? You could sit right here. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Peter DiGilio, and you are?
Christy McMenamin. Christy McMenamin.
Christy McBenamin. Hi, how are you?
McMenamin. It's close though, and I'm good.
Mick what now?
McMenamin.
McMenamin. McMenamin. I think I've got it. Okay, so welcome.
Thank you.
This is a random impromptu interview. So why don't you tell the people, let's get it out of the way. Your hair's red.
I just did it today.
You did it today?
Yes.
Congratulations, that's pretty cool. Is this something you've done before, or?
When I was 19, I had very long hair, and I did the bottom of it kind of a neon pink.
Okay, neon pink. But then before today, what color was it?
Just my natural kind of brown.
Brownish. What made you do it?
Honestly, I just felt like it.
Yeah.
Which is not a good response nor an explanation, but
But that's cool, you know. Whatever. You just felt like it. You ever do something that you just felt like doing? Folks in the audience. Awesome. What do you do for a living?
I'm a student.
Oh, you're a student. Okay.
I don't make a living right now.
No, that's cool. So I was going to ask you, I was going to follow up with whether or not this affected your work environment, but
Yeah, at the moment, no.
no. Where do you go to school?
Fordham University.
Oh, okay. And what are you studying?
Literature and psychology.
Literature and psychology. So what do you anticipate you will become upon graduation?
That's the problem. I will likely go to grad school for psychology and do something in that vein. However, I'd rather just write if I could.
Well, you could write about psychology. That's
And that would be,
psychology. They go together.
in a sense, and I think that wouldn't be any fun.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, you said, did you say psychology or psychiatry? Sorry.
Psychology.
Psychology. Okay, what's one of your favorite things about psychology? Like something that you like to read about?
Frankly, there's a lot. Some of my favorite stuff is this is going to sound horrible, things like trauma, rape, incest. I'm a huge, I really set the mood.
Why do those things interest you, though?
I think, well, they're fascinating to some degree, but that's not really it. I think it kind of hits the core of the human heart, and
Right.
and I think it's essential to penetrate that and to understand the person's need.
Now, do you want to read about and study these things so that you can help people who have been traumatized?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. As long as it's not, you're just getting your rocks off.
No, I mean, perhaps some people do with that stuff. I do not.
You do not. You sort of look at it as sort of learning something about humanity and the human condition and sort of going into it. What can I do to help those who have been traumatized? Okay. I don't want to get too personal, but has there been any personal trauma in your life? No, wait. Let me just finish the question. Let me finish the question. Because I find a lot of times that people who do study psychology, psychiatry, social work, there was something in childhood or in the past that sort of sparked the idea that, I mean, you don't have to get specific.
Yeah, I'm not going to even go there. In fact, I'm not just saying there is, but hypothetically, regardless.
Okay. You didn't even let me finish the question, audience. I don't even know, is that heckling? Sorry, my apologies. How far along are you in your studies?
I have 1 year left.
1 year left?
Woo!
And so once it's done, are there plans?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, and
Not even like, I'm going to take a couple of years off and backpack around Europe, or...
I would like to, but no, there are no plans, so I would...
Because you just kind of live in the moment, right?
I'd like to.
All right. Okay, so now literature. You said you also like literature.
Yes.
So who's your favorite author?
J.D. Salinger.
Oh. Why?
I, as a teenager, young teenager, fell in love with Catcher in the Rye,
Right.
which I suppose most people do, and from there, obviously, I think other works are equally invaluable.
It's I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong about this, but I think Salinger was. He was like in his mid-30s when he wrote it, but there's something about it that's like that hits home with teenage angst. Am I right about that? I might be wrong about that.
Yes and no. I mean, I think it's a general type of. I think it's just human emotion, frankly, but I think
Right.
it's branded as a kind of, teenage angst.
Okay. Was I right about how old he was when he wrote it? I'm not sure.
Actually, I have no idea. I know he was quite young.
Does anybody know?
He'd come back from World War II.
I knew you would respond.
But I don't know his exact age.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
That's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. That's it.
No, I've known him for a long time.
All right.
And yeah, listen, I'm not.
All right. Tell us about the tattoo on your left arm.
On my left arm, okay, well, it's a ribcage with a candle where the anatomically the heart is.
And what does that mean to you? Where did you get the idea for that?
Well, I don't know. The idea just popped into my mind, but obviously what it means is kind of still burning.
Thank you for stopping by. I wanted to let everybody know that my new show, The Skinny with Peter DeGilio, is starting next Wednesday and every first Wednesday of the month thereafter at the Crane Theater. It's a horse trade production. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Christy. Christy? Was it Christy?
Yes.
Thank you, Christy.
Thanks, Julio! And Christy, you brave soul, Christy. It's tough when you don't know what you're ready to go into here. Everyone's still having fun, having a good time? Before we hit our special guests, we're giving away some beer. We're going to have a Rocky Horror thing, and then we're going right into the second half. So to end off the first half, please welcome to the stage Michael Birch!
Oh, sorry, yeah, right here. Yeah, sorry, I was outside. Sorry about that. Oh, I just ran in from outside. I'm sorry, did I miss anything? I just passed a couple acts I missed. So, I just thought tonight would be a great night that I would like to just give somebody the, I'd like to have somebody come up, if they're a volunteer that I don't know. Is that happening?
Yes. Absolutely.
Hey, yeah, how you doing, man?
All right.
Cool, man. Good hat. Let's address it right away. I mean, a lot of people, there's lights, but if you want to, wipe the lights up a little bit on my face, you can see that I have a pretty good sunburn.
Yeah.
And I spent 8 hours at the beach, okay? So I put on sunblock and all that, and, I did pretty well with the rest of my body. But it's like, I want you to see that, because then if you see me some other time, and I'm all red-faced, you might be, I've been on the sun. Oh, no. Like I did something to offend you. Oh. And the sun, yeah, I see. Sunblock. Like, what did I'm the one who's going to suffer the sun damage on my face. What is it to anybody else? What am I doing to you, person? Scolding me for burning myself in the face? I'm the one suffering. Okay, enough of that. Yeah. I mean, so when I'm red-faced, otherwise, just don't tell me I'm sunburned. This is what it looks like. Like all like terrible. Remember what we were talking about. I'm so sun damaged, I don't even know where I am. I didn't even go home. I spent the entire day on Coney Island, the beach, doing a video. And, but they paid me well. So that's what I think is like, that's what, it's like, well, no, I got paid to get this pain in my face. So, paid well to burn myself. So, yeah. I'll get a sunburn, I want to get a sunburn. I'm still on it. I can't. I used to have a Chevette, great Chevette that I had. Was, I think it was a 1980 Chevette. My uncle gave it to me in 1986. And it was like in Massachusetts. And the cars don't last long. And if you wonder why you don't see Chevettes, a lot of people don't even know what one is. Because you've never seen it. Right? It's like, you don't even see them in movies. Like, no one has a Chevette. They don't exist. And it's because they're just so crappy. They're such crappy cars. It's not even a Chevy. It's not even a Chevy. It's Chevette. Really bad car. But I had this car, and my uncle gave it to me for $25. But it had no floors under the driver and passenger side. There's like big holes. Oh my God. So there was these like planks in the floor. You know, not even like strong ones. You know. And like the stick shift and 4-speed, and it just didn't go fast. It was like really a piece of crap. And I really just rode it to death. Just rode the clutch and rode it to hell. And so we're having a snowstorm. But I had to go see my mother, who was at my aunt's house. My aunt lives on this hill like this. And I'm coming down the hill. What you do is you sort of pull in, you know, and sort of, and to the left, you know. So I'm on the right-hand side going down the hill, and it's really this blizzard is happening. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get over there before this blizzard gets too bad. And I'm driving, and I literally was like, I start to, you know, stop so I could turn left and start to like pump the brake, you know. And beyond their house, because you pull in, I was gonna pull in front of the house. And beyond the house is this hill, and it's just trees, like small trees, but almost like a cliff, but only like 10 feet, but whatever. And so I pull in, and there was no brakes. There was nothing. And I'm like, oh no. And instead of like riding down the smooth road and just sort of sliding down the hill, you know, on the pavement, where I could have just sort of steered and maybe not hit anything, hopefully, you know, in the road. There wasn't any other traffic. And so, but instead I go, I turn left to go into the house. I swear, just like pulled up, and right at just the last possible second, I just was like pumping, and just right at the last possible second before the trees stopped. And somehow I managed to get it back to my house, and that was the last ride it took. There was no, and then just sat in the driveway. So didn't go through a wall, but. Would have been fun to go through the woods, but I'm not sure that. I think that's cool. Thanks, Penny. It's a great show, man. I want to come back again. I'll come back and do it again sometime.
Thank you for heckling and saying, admitting that don't do that. What do you mean by that? Michael Birch! Yeah! I ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our featured guest. I am so happy to have him here. Please welcome to the stage, Chris and Jake!
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Jake. No, I'm joking. Jake will be out in 2 seconds. I'm good. Did I frame right?
The other one might touch taller.
What's that? Yeah, nah, it's okay.
volume control?
No.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry, is that it?
It's getting dangerous over here.
That's good.
It's been really quiet.
I told my baby to come home. I said I'm sorry for the things I've done. I won't do them no more. I won't do them no more. If you come home, oh baby, if you come home, I won't do them no more. If you come home, tell me, baby, is it really true that you want some other man to walk up behind you and press up against you and kiss on your neck like I used to do? What's the matter, baby? Don't you love me no more? Won't you come home? Oh baby, come home. Don't you love me no more? Won't you come home? Thank you.
Yeah!
You don't apply for the twice over my
Ready, Jake?
Yes, sir. Give it up for Christopher Sheen.
You know, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday is just as bad.
You know they call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday, it's just as bad. Wednesday, it's even worse now. And Thursday, it's awful soon. I say the eagle flies on Friday. Saturday, I go out to play. Oh, the eagle flies on Friday. And Saturday, I go out to play. Sunday, I go down to church. That's where I get on my knees and I pray. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy on me. Yeah, I say, Lord. Lord, have mercy. Oh, have mercy on my soul. You know I've been trying to find my baby. Want somebody, please bring her on home to me. Yeah! Oh, she may be weary. Young girls, they do get weary. Well, we will say, oh, raggedy dress, oh yes. Oh, but when she gets weary, try a little tenderness. Yeah. Well, I know she's waiting, just anticipating things that she never possessed. Oh, but while she's there waiting, just trying a little tenderness. Alright, that's all you got to do now. Well, it might not be a little bit sentimental. She has her grooves and care, yeah. pretty girl. Try a little tender. Right. Let's see it, Joe. On the guitar.
Thank you guys so much for being here. That was fucking cool. Please, hey, we're gonna Hoot Nanny. We're gonna set up for the Hoot now, guys. And we're giving away a raffle. Free drinks at the bar. So you got those raffle tickets. And we are setting up also for our Hoot Nanny extravaganza. So who here doesn't know Rocky Horror? Like, there can't be one person in here who doesn't know all the moves. Please. I hope. No, it's just me and Becca, that's okay. I know, she does. I'm like a child now, I'm getting really excited. So yeah, so please come join us for a Hoot Nanny. We're setting up now.
Take her with you.
Alright, here's for the free drink at the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, last four numbers. The winner is 9452. It's every time it gets funnier. The winner is 9463.
Yeah, motherfucker!
The winner of this program, congratulations! You can get a soda pop. There's soda pop there. So what's happening with the Hoot? Where's our 70-year-old guitar player? 70 years young today. He's gonna get older and older as the night goes on. The jokes will get worse and worse.
I'm embarrassed to be honest.
No, you're right. It's got turn up the hearing aid. But thank you. What's going on? Come on up and join us. Becca. We're calling Becca. Oh.
What are we singing?
Firework and then.
No, well, yeah, but I think everybody's getting it up for time. I would like to write down the charge for it, but it's transvestite first.
You don't know at all?
Something else is no, oh my god.
Oh, I don't think
So what do you want to start? How do I see you at my faithful hand in hell?
shiver with anticipation.
Constant.
Patient.
Maybe the rain is really to blame.
So I'll remove the cause.
What about Homer and Bart and Marge?
Yeah, what about